Hi boys and girls, we're back for part 2 of lesson 10.3. We're on page 668 in your math workbook. Alright, we are going to read this picture chart and picture graph, and then we're going to answer the questions that go along with it. So taking a look, favorite season, always read that picture graph first to make sure you understand what it's saying. So the favorite season, and the categories are spring, summer, fall, and winter. Always check that key. Each smiley face stands for one child. So we know every time we see a smiley face, that stands for one child. Okay, which season did the fewest children choose? Whenever we see that word fewest, we know that's the least amount. So look up at your categories. Which one has the least amount of smiley faces? Good. It is fall. Fall only had 4. Number 2. How many more subtract children chose spring than fall? So we know that with those keywords, we have to subtract. We have to find the difference between spring and fall. So first count how many spring had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are going to subtract how many were in fall. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we subtract 6 minus 4, what do we get as our answer? What was the fewer amount? 2. Very good. There were 2 more children that voted for spring than voted for the fall. Number 3, how many children chose a season that was not winter? So we just had a question like this on that last page. So you're going to count up all the smiley faces except for the winter. Okay, so we're going to count up all the other smiley faces, but we're not going to count the winter ones. So let's start with spring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 total children voted for all the seasons except for winter. And number 4, how many children chose a favorite season? So we want to know the total amount of students that voted. So how could we go about doing that? Good. So we could count up the total amount of smiley faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 25 children chose their favorite season. And it says draw tally marks to represent that 25. So let's start drawing tally marks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, shut it off, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 5, 10, 15, 20. We need one more 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 total students voted. All right, go ahead and flip your page. If you need more time on this page, you know what to do. Hit that pause button. We're going to move on to the homework pages on 669 and 670. To practice making a picture graph and answering questions about them. All right, we're going to use this tally chart to complete the picture graph, and we're going to draw a smiley face for each child. So look at the picture, the data. It says favorite cookie. Cookies are chocolate, oatmeal, peanut butter, and shortbread. And we have 3 chocolates, 1 oatmeal, 5 peanut butters, and 4 shortbreads. So I understand what that data is showing me, and now I can move the data and make a picture chart. All right, so chocolate, we had 3. We know that each smiley face stands for one child. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in my 3 smiley faces to represent my 3 chocolates. All right, now I'm going to draw in my oatmeal ones. I can see I have 1 tally mark for oatmeal, so I'm going to draw 1 smiley face for the oatmeal. Okay, I'm going to look over at the peanut butter. The peanut butter has 5. I know that's really easy to show because it's crossed off, the 4 horses in the barn, and then we close them in. So I'm going to draw out my 5 smiley faces for the peanut butter. And then shortbread cookies, I have 4 people that voted for the shortbreads. So I'm going to draw my 4 smiley faces in the picture graph. All right, now we have some questions we need to answer that go along with this picture graph. So number 2, how many children chose chocolate? So I'm going to go up to my picture graph, and I'm going to look at the chocolate, and I'm going to count how many smiley faces are by the chocolate. So I can see 1, 2, 3. 3 children. How many fewer means to subtract, children chose oatmeal than peanut butter? So I need to find out the total amount of oatmeal and then the total amount of peanut butter, and then I can subtract those 2 numbers. So oatmeal was 1. Oops, dropped my pen. Oh, up here. And peanut butter was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to subtract 5 minus 1. I made sure that 5 went on top, because when we subtract, that bigger number always goes on top. So 5 minus 1 will tell us the difference between the oatmeal and the peanut butter. And 5 minus 1 does equal 4, so 4 fewer children. Which cookie did the most children choose? So look up at our chart, which one has the most amount of smiley faces by it. Good, the peanut butter. I'm going to write PB. How many children in all chose a favorite cookie? So anytime they want to know that in all, we're going to count up all the smiley faces up on our picture chart. So let's count them up together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 total children. Then it says, look at the picture graph above. Write about the information shown in the graph. So who can come up with a sentence that would be like a statement we could make so that I know that you understand how to interpret the data on a picture chart? If I were you, I would probably say maybe oatmeal got the least amount of votes. I love oatmeal cookies. I don't know what these kids are thinking. You can write anything you want, though. You could say peanut butter had the most amount. You could say that the difference between peanut butter and shortbread is 1, 5 minus 4. You could say chocolate got 3 votes, peanut butter got 5 votes. Anything you want to write at least one sentence that goes along with that graph so that I know that you understood how to read that graph. If you need more time on this page, hit the pause button. We're going to move on. Last page for this lesson. Okay, another picture graph. It says number of rainy days, and we have 3 months listed, March, April, and May. I can see that each umbrella stands for 1 day, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in March, 1, 2, 3, 4 in April, and 1, 2 in May. So using this picture graph, how many more subtract rainy days were there in April than in May? So in April we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and we know we have to subtract the days in May, so 1, 2. So how many more rainy days were there? 4 minus 2 equals 2. Good. All right, Rita has $1 bill, 2 quarters, and 3 dimes. What is the total value of Rita's money? I always draw pictures of my money, so I know I have $1, 2 quarters, and 3 dimes. That helps keep me organized, and then I know I counted everything. So if I know I have $1, I can put 1 decimal. Now I'm going to count the change. So 25, 50 for the 2 quarters, and then dimes are worth 10. So 60, 70, 80. So $1.80. Okay, Lucas put 4 quarters and 3 nickels into his coin bank. How much money did Lucas put into his coin bank? So we know 4 quarters is 25, 50, 75, $1. So the 4 quarters is worth $1. And then 3 nickels are all worth 3 nickels are worth 5 cents. So we have $1 and then 5, 10, 15, 15 cents. All right, using a centimeter ruler, what is the length of this string to the nearest centimeter? So taking out your ruler, if you don't have one, don't worry about it. You can just use mine. I'm putting my 0 on the centimeter side. The centimeter side goes to the 30. I'm going to follow my finger from the 0 all the way to the end of the string, and it hits 2. So it is 2 centimeters long. And then finally counting up these coins, we have a dime, which gets 2 dots, a nickel, which gets 1 dot, pennies get no dots. And we're going to go ahead and count up the cents. So we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 cents. All right, that is it for today's lesson. Hit the pause button or rewind if you need more time on any of the questions, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.